Now let's continue. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Can you see that? So now it began by saying, if your eye is evil, meaning if your focus is not the will of God, because that's the only thing that makes your eye becomes evil. Your eye becomes evil when your focus is not God. When your focus is not the will of God, so your eye becomes evil. Now, this is it. Now, if your eye is evil, now your whole body will be full of darkness, right? And I told you that darkness symbolizes confusion, meaning you'll be confused, you'll be frustrated. Now, Jesus is now saying that if therefore the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? You know what that means? Now, the kind of darkness you are going to have because your eye is evil is going to be a great darkness. So the light in you is darkness. So that means darkness is not just something that is dark. Darkness is also light. And then darkness can direct your path. I would say darkness is not something dark that you cannot see. No, you can see. Darkness has its own civilization. There is what we call the civilization of darkness. Darkness is a kind of illumination that is uh, not taking source from God. Any kind of illumination whose source is not God is darkness. Any kind of illumination whose source is not the word of God is darkness. Any kind of illumination whose source is not the Spirit of God is darkness. Any kind of light that is shining that does not take source from God is darkness. Any kind of civilization, either or structures or systems that is being formed without consulting God is darkness. We must understand all this. So, darkness is a form of light whose source is not God. Darkness is a form of light whose source is not God. And we have a lot of darkness around. So, Jesus is now saying that if your light is darkness, then how great is that darkness? How great is it? Let me give you an example. Some people believe that they can't write exam and pass without cheating. That mentality is darkness because it's not the word of God. So that mentality is a kind of light, but the source of that light is not God. So when I speak of light, I'm talking about an orientation. When I speak of light, I'm talking of a mentality, a thought pattern, a way of thinking, a way of seeing things, a philosophy. Are you getting what I'm saying? So that's darkness. So light, light also involves the same thing: philosophy, a way of seeing things, a mentality, and orientation. That's also so. But the difference is that when the source of that light is not God, then we call it darkness. That's just the source. That's the difference. But it's still the same thing. It's still orientation. It's still, are you there? So when you say I'm walking in the light of God, what you are saying is I'm walking with God's orientation. I'm walking with the word of the Lord. The word of the Lord has become my philosophy. Are you getting what I'm saying? It's still the same thing. But the only difference between God's light and the light of darkness is the source. So when somebody believes that, no, I can't write exam and pass without cheating, that's a kind of orientation. That's a light. And that light can produce result. But you see, the light is not coming from God. So there are many lights that can produce tangible results, and yet the source is not God. That's why it will be wrong and very unsafe to judge the rightness of a thing by the result it produces. You can use darkness to get a good thing. There are people who are building houses, buying cars, doing a lot of expensive things, and yet what they are using is darkness. They may not necessarily go to the shrine, consult a native doctor or whatever, a necromancer. No, it can just be that there's this mentality they have that is wrong, and they got stuck to it because each time they work with it, they get things from it. I remember then where we used to live. One thing that is common is people. There's something they call bold face. It is it's a common thing there for people to to cheat others, especially when they are older than you. They know they are wrong, but because they are older than you, they don't believe they can be wrong. So they use that to ride on you. Hey, you come and sit down there. Sir, is my money. So what? Come on, give me the money. I'm older than you. Come on, give me. And then you give them the money. You are crying. They are not even concerned. Are you there? That's a light. That light that makes you feel that you can cheat others because you are older than them. You can cheat others because you are higher than them, maybe due to your position, are you there, or your placement. That thing that tells you you can use your position to to match and to step on people. That kind of light, that thing, that philosophy, that mentality is a light. You can do it and get a lot of gain, but the source of that light is not God. So darkness is a form of light. Are we together? Look at something that happened in the Old Testament. The sons of Judah that were killed, they died. About three of them or so, about three of or two or three thereabout, who died. Their brother married a wife. Some of you may be familiar with the story in the Bible. Their brother married a wife. Now the brother died without having any child. And in the Old Testament, according to the tradition, if that happens, that the brother married a wife and the brother died without having a child, then the one that is next to that brother can marry the wife of the brother, so that it can help. They believe that by so doing, he will help his brother to raise a seed. So what that means is that the first child that the woman gives birth to is the seed of that dead brother, so that with that first child, at least they'll be remembering that brother that died. So it happened that one of the sons of Judah married a wife and he died without raising a seed. So they now told the next person, to the one that died, to marry the woman. And the next person married the woman but was not willing to raise a seed. So each time it is time to release what will help the woman to get pregnant, that one will. This thing is in the Bible. Are we together? It's in the Bible. The man will stand and just put it somewhere and then continue. So he just wants to enjoy the pleasure of sex. And then what happens? The Lord, he died. He was killed. Another son of Judah again came again to marry the woman. You know, with the hope of raising a seed, he also wanted to enjoy the pleasure of sex without raising a seed. He also died too. Are you there? That knowledge, that mentality of me, I cannot raise seed. I just want to be enjoy this person, is a kind of light. There are people who are in a relationship now, and then they are doing all kinds of dirty things. It's a kind of mentality. That's a kind of light. But you see, that light is darkness because it's not taking source from God. I hear things like friends with benefit. You are just friends. You don't have plans to marry yourself, but you are doing a lot of immoral things. And you are okay with it. You are just fine with it. That is a kind of light. Light speaks of knowledge. Are you there? Mentality. You just have that mentality. Are you there? But that light is darkness. because God is not the source. So you need to carefully check your own light. What are the things that has become your mentality? Are they God enough? If that thing that you are working with, that philosophy of life you are working with, is not God enough, then you are in darkness. It means that according to Jesus here, it means your light is darkness. What of the minister of God that feels that he believes that all his members are his property? So he can call any of them, you send me a time, you do this. That's a kind of light. But that light is darkness because it's not coming from God. He takes advantage of them. He does anything with any of them because he just believes that all the members belongs to him. They are his personal properties. So he directs them anyhow. Are you there? He even takes advantage of some people among the members. Are you there? And he has many secrets with many of them. Things that they are keeping. Don't tell anybody this. Don't make sure you don't tell anybody this. Are you there? And he's not even willing to change. There are people around us like that too. They are doing something terrible. You are even speaking to them and they are not willing to change. Yet they are still in it. Why? It means that their light is darkness. Because that mentality they now have is not built on the word of the Lord. So check your light. I hope your light is not darkness. This light you are currently working with, I hope it is not darkness.